all, my name is Sophia Giraldo. I'm a mom, a boy mom, times 3. I know. I'm an entrepreneur, and I am a survivor of the trauma that comes with betrayal and domestic abuse. I work with women every day, helping them to redefine beauty and walk in confidence as a lifestyle. Because here is what I know. No one has the power or the authority to give or to take away your beauty except the one who created you. And he has already determined what's true. You just have to learn how to walk in it. I know this now. I know it here, but it used to be up here. You know, that head knowledge that we have? And it wasn't until I came face to face with an experience that really gutted my self-confidence. It was in 2012. I was a new mom. My oldest, who is now 10, he was 7 months. I was tired. Y'all know that tired? He wasn't sleeping. I was feeding, that kind of tired. And one morning I woke up and the house was quiet. And being an entrepreneur, I'm like, I'm gonna get some work done. So I go out into my living room. My laptop was laying on the floor, and so I picked it up and I sat down on my gray textured couch. I opened up the laptop, and there on the screen was YouTube, and somebody had put in the search bar, world's hottest woman. And for a split second, I thought, who's searching for hot women, and where is my picture? And then I jumped up, and I laid the laptop there. It was almost like it was hot, like I couldn't touch it. And I called my friend and I said, hey, I found some stuff on my laptop. I need you to come over and take a look at it. I can't look at it. And so she came over and she opens it up and she starts typing, and I'm standing there. And my stomach and my throat were kind of connected. I had that adrenaline in my legs. You know how you feel when you get some bad news? I didn't know what was going to happen. And she stopped and she looked and she said, Sophia, there's a lot of stuff on here. And in that moment, I felt like somebody picked up a rock and threw it against the window of what I thought my reality was. And the whole thing just shattered. I had unknowingly married a man with a sex addiction. I didn't know what I was going to do. What did that mean for me as a woman? What did it mean for my marriage? What did it mean for the future of my family? But I knew I didn't want to stay stuck in that place. And so I made a decision to step out and step onto a journey of healing.
Sophia Giraldo, a mother of 3, is currently in the hospital fighting for her life after being run over and stabbed by her estranged husband, Stephen Giraldo. Prior to this incident, Sophia was running a life coaching business centered around helping women impacted by abuse redefine their beauty. She describes herself as a survivor of betrayal, trauma and abuse, and hosts a podcast called Unfiltered and Free, in which she shared her struggles with her toxic marriage just days before the caught-on-video attack outside her Flushing home.
I jumped into some recovery. I started to get therapy. I started to do research on what it meant to be a spouse of someone struggling with this type of addiction. And y'all, I was overwhelmed. I felt so isolated. I felt so alone. I remember being told, my husband said, he did not want me to tell anyone anything about what was going on. And I felt like it was my responsibility at that point to keep it quiet. I had to keep it under wraps. I was not supposed to tell anybody anything. I had to deal with this by myself. And I felt so alone and I felt so isolated because I had to continue living my life. I felt like I had to continue living my life on the outside, smiling and upbeat, while on the inside and behind closed doors, everything was falling apart. And so as I started to share some of these things in therapy, I remember the therapist said a sentence that changed the trajectory of my life. She said, Sophia, you are going to have to learn how to live for an audience of one. And in that moment, everything changed.
A neighbor's surveillance camera caught the MTA bus driver, Stephen Giraldo, allegedly behind the wheel, suddenly accelerate into the victim and smash into the side of a home at around 5:20 a.m. Tuesday on Parsons Boulevard near Franklin Avenue. The SUV struck a fence in front of the house and flipped on its side with the children, boys, ages 11, 9 and 6, inside, police said. The kids were not physically injured in the crash. Police sources said Stephen then got out of the car and stabbed Sophia. He was charged with attempted murder, assault, criminal possession of a weapon, reckless endangerment and 3 counts of endangering the welfare of a child. Neighbors were left shocked, especially knowing children were involved. A judge ordered Stephen Giraldo to be held without bail. He's due back in court January 12, 2023. Cops say they are investigating this case as a domestic assault. The superintendent of the building that Sophia lived in said, she moved there with her children to escape her husband. Sophia remains in critical condition according to the prosecutor. She suffered severe neurological damage, as well as broken bones in her leg and a stab wound that punctured her liver. She may be severely neurologically incapacitated if she pulls through. This story was shocking and jaw-dropping. I hope Sophia makes a full recovery. Let's keep Sophia and her kids in our prayers.
It's the holiday season, and so I'm like, you know what, let me come on here and talk, because I'm just gonna be real. The holidays can be so ghetto, like so ghetto, okay? If you're like me, you are a survivor of abuse and betrayal. And you know, in general, let me just speak to everyone. The holidays, you know, they can bring up a lot of things. We have family events to go to or not go to. We have different things to navigate. And a lot of times these, you know, just this time of year can be a difficult time, you know, whether you are living close to your family, whether you're living away from your family. And that's just true for everyone. But I think that, you know, that if you have been through some trauma, it could just take it to another level. It can just take it to another level. And so I don't know if you're feeling like me, but maybe you're having some hard days. So October and November typically can be hard months for me throughout the year. And I feel like this year was a little bit more difficult for a variety of reasons. But as we head, you know, we're going through December, I'm just like, are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? And so I just wanted to come on and just, you know, give you some solidarity. You are not alone, okay? You are not alone. I don't know if you are, you know, facing triggers with your family. A lot of times different memories can come up, and it's tough to navigate those things. And so I just wanted to come on here and offer you my support, offer you my encouragement, and let you know that you're not alone.